And from the grassroots of Detroit soccer all the way to U.S. Soccer Second Division, this is Detroit City FC.
How's it going, Coach?
How you doing?
Okay, a different surrounding usually than where we're usually at the clubhouse, but we are inside the field house where all the magic's going to happen come January.
You're right. Hey, man, do I recognize this place? We haven't been here in a while.
Yeah, we haven't been here in a while. You know, I mean, like I said, the magic takes place here in January with the upcoming MASLW women's season coming up.
And it's up for grabs this year.
Yeah, pretty much, as we mentioned on the musings, but something else that's up for grabs right now, that final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference.
Oh yeah, 2 more playoff spots.
Yeah, we'll delve into that Western pillow fight later on. But yeah, the first and foremost today, Detroit City FC taking on Charleston Battery. Basically, we know what we need to do here. Get a result.
Get a result as I pull up pull up the scenario where they have to get a point, and here it is. They have to either win or draw over Charleston today. Not an easy task. It has been done before. Or Detroit draw over Charleston. Then Tampa Bay lose or draw to Hartford. Or in the 11 lose or draw to Loudoun. Or Detroit City lose, Tampa Bay draw or lose against Hartford, and in the 11 lose outright to Loudoun. So
yeah, if Detroit City does lose this game today, they still have a chance that Tampa Bay and Indy both have to lose. Well, actually, Tampa Bay basically has to draw or lose to Hartford Athletic, and Indy has to basically lose against Loudoun United. 2 very viable options there. Should Detroit City, we could either have advantage going into the playoffs or back into the playoffs is what it amounts to. And
you could say either way.
And this is not going to be an easy task today. I'm going to tell you that right off the get-go.
You're right about that. It is very tough to get a point at Patriots Point Park in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah,
it's not easy. We proven that last year when we scored the late goal last year to drew 2-2. We were lucky there.
Yeah, very lucky. In fact, I think we've only won once there.
Yeah,
in our history.
Yeah, but
Charleston has not lost there yet this year.
It was back in 2022 when we came in the league, and Charleston pre-Ben Pierman was not a good team.
No, not so much. Ever since Ben Pierman's gotten there, the fact that the Charleston Battery have been one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference is pretty much an understatement. They won the Eastern Conference title back in 2023, missed out on the final last year, losing to Rhode Island. And this team right there, I mean, Ben Pierman has done quite the job over there. And when you look at Charleston Battery, I mean, you got to look from the top here. Top FOP mob rating right now is Juan David Torres. He's on verge of making the golden playmaker.
Yeah, that is a sixth.
Yeah. Golden playmaker. And then you got 2 guys right now in the running for the Golden Boot, and MD Myers and Cal Jennings.
Yes.
And between the both of them, they have scored 30 goals on the year.
2 dangerous players.
Yeah, not quite last year when MD Myers and Nick Marcana combined for the 44 goals between the both of them.
Nick McCraddock broke the goal scoring record in all of USL-C.
Yeah. So it's just, Charleston prides itself on its offense. That's for damn sure. Aaron Malloy is another player to watch out for this team. 7.47 as far as his FOP mob rating goes. As far as his goals this year, he's not right up there in the goals category. Arturo Rodriguez has 6 goals for the Battery, and Aaron Malloy is one of the top assists with 5 goals there. Cal Jennings has been contributing as well, 6 assists on his behalf this year for Charleston Battery. But the thing is with Charleston Battery, everything's said and done for them. They know where they're standing. They're going to be in second place. They're going to be the 2 seed going forward into the playoffs. And tonight, is it a night in which Ben Pierman, the psychological, let's take it easy tonight. We went game busters on Monday against Colorado Springs.
Yeah, that was a makeup game for a game that was supposed to be played last Saturday night, but there was a nor'easter in the East Coast area, so they postponed it till Monday. And yeah, they still beat them 5-7.
And they went game busters on Monday at Patriots Point. And I mean, they're going into this thing. They know where they're standing. I mean, with all the results and all that stuff, obviously they can't catch Louisville.
No,
obviously
they can't.
The only thing they can't really fall back. Really, I mean, the only battle that they have is hosting the championship game. Should it happen,
yes,
them hosting it. But
don't forget, Louisville is still the top seed.
Yeah,
they're number one in lock, stop, and barrel.
And you never know what's going to happen in the playoffs. And of course, we'll delve into that in due time. But the thing is, Charleston, are they going to lay back? Are they going to? I don't see them laying back at all.
Good
personally.
question, because you have Cal Jennings. He's one ahead of the player from Oakland, who had 15 points, next to MD Myers with 14.
Yeah.
Do you say, how much do you play? That's the worst part. You don't want to risk injury.
Yeah, I got the stat here of who's in the top here. Let's see. Yeah, Peter Wilson with 15 goals on the year. MD Myers, as we mentioned, 16 and 14 respectively, Jennings and Myers. Taylor Calhera for FC Tulsa, 13 goals, and Bonfiglio for Miami with 13.
Yeah, and there could be, don't forget, the two of the players are not eligible for playoffs because they're going to miss the playoffs. Could it be a weird scenario if they win or share the Golden Boot?
Not really. I mean, I don't think it's a weird scenario at all. It's just the fact that they're tremendous athletes. To be honest with you, it doesn't matter what their position is on the table for the most part. But two good players would be looking forward to.
That's the big question. Do you play them for a half or sub them in the second half?
That's up to Ben Pierman. But right, the main focus is Detroit City right now. A lot of injuries, a lot of sickness. I believe Carlos Herrera has been sick for the last couple outings. Kobe Hernandez Foster went down with an illness on last Saturday's match. He was pulled at halftime in that one. So it's about the health of Detroit City at this point. We know about the mash tent that has been synonymous on the side there by the
Brian
suites.
Williams and
Ben Morris, Connor Rutz, Marcelo Polisi, you might as well say. I mean, he's been in there. He's been scratched most of these matches and all that stuff. But, the depth issue with Detroit City is pretty much a key factor here. And, depending on what the starting lineup is, I mean, let's go to the Golden Glove.
Yes, Golden Glove.
Carlos Saldana's in that top 5.
I was kind of surprised to see his name on the top 5.
Absolutely.
He plays well, 1 goal average, but you can't catch those top.
No, there's no. Well, I mean,
no.
to be recognized to be one of the top 5 goalkeepers in the USL right now is pretty much pretty much a achievement right there.
Considering our goaltending legend retired last year. That was the question going into the season. The goalie, do Herrera or Sandella have the guts to be on the top 5? And it looked like it is.
Yeah. And another thing with Detroit City as of late, though, change in formation. They've gone from like a 4-back system to like a 3-back system. So basically now it's like a 3-4-1-2 formation going into most of these games. And it unfortunately has not resulted in a lot of goals, only 2 goals in their last 4 games.
I know.
And
including the killer last week against Loudoun, which eliminate any chance of playing at home last week.
I mean, at this point right now, Detroit City FC is just playing for their playoff lives.
You're right. Yeah,
you're looking at that standing now in the Eastern Conference as we take a look at it.
6 of the 8 teams have already called their name, including North Carolina, Pittsburgh Riverhounds last week. Despite all the behind-the-scenes turmoil, we mentioned that in the meeting last week. 7 is Rhode Island, 37 points, 2 ahead of Detroit City, 35, and 3 ahead of Indy, 11. But we do own a tiebreaker. We won the series, a win at home at Indy. Tampa Ray Rowdies, the 80s up help.
I believe we did win that game. As a matter of fact, I think we did beat them at our place.
Yeah, right. And
so we own the tiebreakers on either one of those squads. Right now. So Tampa Bay would have to score 3 goals against us if they, at LA next week for them to have a chance. But virtually tonight, barring anything if Detroit City gets a point, Indy loses, game over.
Game over.
Yeah, game
Rhode
over.
Island get in, and us get in.
Yep, and then
shut out Indian and Tampa Bay.
And then it just is a matter of positioning. So we could be seeing these guys in a couple weeks, or we could be seeing Louisville.
Oh, brother, the Buzzsaw Louisville, which only lost once. Only once. 27 of the 28 times they have lost only once, and that was on the road. But with Lynn Family Stadium, future home of a UFL team, it's home cooking there.
Yeah, and home cooking in Charleston as well.
Yeah.
Charleston has only lost once at home all season long. The team to do that, Rouge City, early on in the year. So it's because those are the 2 houses of horrors right now in the USL Championship as far as trying to salvage getting points at this point. And the thing is tonight, I mean, all you got to ask for is at least a point in there. Even if you lose, things will be all right. However, you got to have that. You got to have that. You got to have that knowing that, okay, you achieved the point, you achieved what you needed to do. 3 would be nice, but getting that point, it'll be a nice sense of release, especially when you go on the road next week into Al Lane Stadium to close out the year, which could end up being a dead rubber after everything's done.
It could be a dead rubber tonight, unfortunately. Or you get lucky, get a win tonight against Charleston, never easy, or a win at Tampa Bay. Never easy. Hoping maybe the best they can.
It might be a little bit easier there nowadays. I mean, last year we did win very handily over at Al Lane Stadium in a match there late in the year. So I mean, that's one of those places you can win. Yeah, Charleston not so much.
You're hoping to see Pittsburgh goof up, and hopefully win your 2 games be 41. But I don't see that happening.
No, I mean it's hard to say there.
2 tough places: Al Lang and Patriots Point Park.
Yeah. 3 tough places when you say Lynn Family Stadium as well.
Lynn Family Stadium, yeah.
I mean, 3 tough places to play there, and needless to say, it's going to be, a lot of things can be resolved tonight in that Eastern Conference should results fall where they need to be. In that, but there is one game to talk about. In last night in the USL Championship, we do have the highlights here.
Yeah.
And go into it says the 5th minute here, but basically inside the 4th minute of play, Corey Burke wishing his mom a happy birthday
and getting a yellow card for it.
It don't matter. Throw that out the window. Right. Assisted by Marcus Epps to put Lexington up by a score of 1-0. 65th minute of play here where Marcus Epps, beautiful shot. Right past the keeper there.
He's been doing it a long time, man.
Yes, he has been. And, right past Vidiello. And Vidiello, one of the top goalkeepers in the league, not having a good night tonight. Looked like Lexington was on their way. However, go into the 85th minute.
Great header there.
Christian Pirano, assisted by Rodrigo Lopez. And something was brewing there. Something may be brewing. We head into stoppage time.
Yeah, the magic hour.
4th minute of stoppage time. Jack Gurr places this ball to Juan Herrera.
Yes.
Sacramento would equalize and move on to a draw.
2-2 draw.
Against Lexington SC. What does this mean, folks? What does this mean in the Great Western Conference?
Sacramento retook 2nd place with the draw at 45 points. Lexington is now tied with Phoenix Rising for the 6th spot with 36 points.
This is not over yet.
No.
However, it could be over by the time we are done tonight. I mean, we got Colorado, as I go back to the other apparatus. Yeah, Colorado's playing tonight against Las Vegas Lights, which could be an easy victory for them. I don't know, nothing's easy after that 5-0 loss the other day at Patriots Point.
Yeah.
Orange County will be taking on Louisville City.
Good luck there.
So,
to pick up.
So, could we be talking about the continuation of the Western Conference Pillow Fight on Wednesday, or could we be talking about
playoffs?
Nothing? Or could we be talking about nothing at all?
We could be talking about the last week of the season, and yes, the only spot or Mabel is one playoff spot left.
There's one playoff spot left in the in the West right now. So from what this Western Conference Pillow Fight is now, we got teams eliminated. Oakland just got eliminated.
Monterey Bay got eliminated.
Monterey Bay.
That last-minute goal from Rouge County, which we will play on Wednesday, wouldn't we? Very well to them.
So I mean, it is now down to 5 teams in the Western Conference right now, as far as
Colorado, Orange County, Phoenix, Lexington, San Antonio.
Yeah.
I always like to say, come back for later, but we know FT Tulsa have locked in
El Paso, thanks to Lexington's loss last night, clinched the playoff spot. So the top four, top 4.
Congratulations to them.
Yep, top 4 in that conference as well. Let's go back to the Detroit City game. Let's go look at those. Let's go look at that breakdown of the stats.
The stat breakdown, yes. Like I say, Charleston, I have to apologize for the little black bar about Charleston because I confused them down. Yes, they have. Well, we like to talk about the NFL Today checkmark board, but hey, they check every mark on the board: goals, shots on target, corners. They're rough on yellow cards, 64-52, and they only have 2 red cards this year. But they're even on fouls, so don't be surprised if you don't see much fouls.
But they have had the most penalty opportunities in the league this year with 9. So. Yeah, you get a call inside the box. You get a foul. You foul them inside the box. You know damn well they're gonna, either.
And who knows? Kyle Jennings may score because he almost half of his goal totals have been on the spot.
Bruno Fernandez numbers there, shall we say, as far as that goes. But Charleston. Like I said, this is a team that can be had. They can be beat. I mean, granted, they have lost only 5 times on the year, only drawn 4 times. I mean, talk about level of consistency. And we said this at the top. Ben Pierman has been the man that has, we don't want to make this into a Ben Pierman schmooze fest here.
I know.
Because, I mean, you were around. You were watching games at Cass. You were watching games at Keywood.
And Ben Pierman was the coach during our NPSL side. You know what I mean? Years. You know what I mean?
I mean, he proved his pedigree early on. With Detroit City FC
and Michigan State University, where she was an assistant coach there.
Yes, he was.
And then he got the call to go to Memphis 901,
and kept them to be a playoff team. And then once things went south in Charleston, he ended up getting the call to go to Charleston.
Ben, we need somebody to right the ship here in Charleston. Would you like to join us? Leave Memphis. I know it's a real big city.
Him and the general manager over there have, pretty much changed that culture around and made them, one of the more traditional clubs in U.S. soccer, made them now one of the more perennial teams in the league at this point. Them and Lou City are like the class of the league right now.
Yeah, and I will say this for the last 4 years, Ben Pierman has been dominating Detroit City FC. Probably he knows something a little too much, although with the professional side, and we are sort of like, we were on amateur side, and now we're professional. It's just like 8 out of the last 9 unbeaten. The only loss was last year's home loss at Keyword.
Yeah, and it's. It's the fact that, Ben knows what he did what he did here. And unfortunately, losing him to at the time, a lot of Detroit City supporters were thinking, okay, good for you. You got a job and got a job in the professional ranks and you did your deed here.
And probably that changed when we came into the league.
Yeah. Did a little bit with some of the support, but I mean, you got to respect the man. And
I do respect it.
I talked to him after the 3-1 loss earlier this year, and I was just in awe. And I think that was when I want to say it was Torres that got one of the goals. That was a beautiful shot.
Oh yeah,
beautiful shot. And I think I nominated him that week for goal of the week, and I thought it was the goal of the week. I mean, it was just a tremendous shot outside the box, and I believe I'm just trying to think who was in net that day. If it was Herrera or Saldana,
I probably Saldana.
I think it was, so, but dangerous team all the way around. Dangerous team all the way around. But so, I mean,
yeah, you're right. So if we do get Ben Pierman before the beginning of the season, talk about keyword memories before the last season keyword, I have to ask him this question. What was your reaction when Detroit City came into the USL Championship play, and what was the feeling like when he first played against them with Memphis 901?
That would be something to reach out to him.
Yeah, you're right.
That'd be, I mean, if he still have his email, that'd be great. Love to do that.
I know.
So, but needless to say, I mean, it's just been, it's been one wild week, and there's going to be a lot of wild things going on tonight. So let's look at those key matches here.
Yes.
Obviously, we looked at the table. We know where we stand here. The 3 key matches are right in that 7 o'clock window in the Eastern Conference. Indy taking on Loudoun. Loudoun can they've already clinched themselves a playoff spot there, but they can virtually eliminate Indy 11 with tonight.
The big question is which Loudoun team will show up: the team that beat late last week, or the one that dominated early in the season, or the team that Ben was on a wonky ride.
Ryan Martin, the lame duck, or I wouldn't say, how do you say it? Lame duck coach there has done a fantastic job. He should be back. He should be back for the next year, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen there. And I think he's a high candidate for Coach of the Year in my estimation.
Okay.
All
right.
North Carolina taking on Rhode Island FC tonight. That's I put that in there as well because should North Carolina or Rhode Island lose, and they have been one of those teams. It's like 1 week they're good, the next week they're bad. North Carolina as of late has been struggling. So, I mean that should be interesting to see. Detroit City is only 2 points behind them at this point in the Eastern Conference standings, and of course, we mentioned Coach of the Year, Brendan Burke.
Oh yeah.
What can you say?
He should get a nomination for Coach of the Year.
Those are the 2 front runners, in my opinion, because they've taken sides that were perennial losers and moved them into playoff position this year. The way Hartford Athletic have done it, winning the Jägermeister Cup, winning all the going on stretches like they have, they are the team. They are probably going to be one of the surprise teams. They're going to be probably one of the teams to look out for come the playoffs.
And remember, I mentioned that both teams are sort of like the Pittsburgh Pisces from the fictional Club Classic basketball movie, The Fish That Made Pittsburgh, with Dr. J and Tucker Channing and astrology. And it's still a great movie.
From where they are in the playoff spot right now, let's see. If it were to end today, right now, Hartford would be playing
Pittsburgh.
Yes. They'd be playing Pittsburgh.
And if you probably remember that incident a couple of weeks ago, brother bashing down the hatches, it's going to be wild.
Still no word yet on what's going to go on as far as that goes in Pittsburgh, as far as Bob Lilly goes.
Yeah.
Right now, all we know is he's been placed on administrative leave. He's still with the club.
So. Who knows? He could be let go at the end, but like I said, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. No one knows, and we're not going to lead any more speculation.
And we're not doing speculation.
So I was perusing through the picks.
All right,
amongst our brethren.
Okay,
those at
me.
Those are with Channel 451 and Make City Make Spend. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Every single one of them has picked Charleston for this game. Every single one of them across the board. This is a must-win for Detroit City, or a must-result for Detroit City. If they were to, if they were to, shall we say, get a chance to, to get into the show, this is a must-win.
Uh-huh.
Patriots Point's a tough place to play.
It is.
Rouge City's been the only team to win there this year.
Uh-huh.
Who do you think wins this thing tonight?
I think it's going to be a one-draw draw. They've drawn before. I love
the positive vibes.
I love the positive vibes.
I love the positive vibes you're getting here.
Yes. I think it's a 1-1 draw. I don't think we could beat Charleston. I may be wrong. They could do a 5-0 tsunami bomb like they did to Colorado Springs, but I'm going to say 1-1. Being generous. If it was better, I would say,
I'm kind of on the same page as you as far as that goes. Because I think that we could get away. I don't think the thing is we got to hold ourselves defensively, most of all, and not give up that late goal in order to win this one like we did last week.
Yeah.
I don't see our side scoring.
Uh-huh.
But it'd be nice if we did. But I could see Detroit pulling off a defensive performance that puts them into the playoff pick or playoffs.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to say 0-0.
Okay.
I'm going with a draw there, and like I said, and then we'll wait and see what happens because the rest of those games is cognizant on what Detroit City do tonight in Charleston. So, but we're kind of limited on where we're going to be seeing these games tonight. We're not all over the place. But we got a couple outlets in which you can see the game.
Okay. I think is it on Detroit 50?
It is on Detroit 50.
Yes, it's on CW Detroit 50. You can also go to the game on the CW Detroit website app. It's not on ESPN tonight, is it?
CBS Sports Golazo.
Golazo channel is on tonight.
6 o'clock is the kickoff.
Yeah, so it's early kickoff. That's the reason why we're here early.
Yes, we are. And, of course, we're going to be doing our after hours a little bit early because it's game on 8. And then I don't know what we're going to do as far as our post-game goes. Obviously, we're going to talk about Detroit City.
We're going to talk about it off air to planning if we're going to stay here or wait for the meeting. But I'm thinking we're going to stay here waiting for all the
maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, because I know these guys want to get out of here as well.
Oh, yeah. Everybody
they've had a long day today with Black Star being here and
a blood drive.
Blood drive being here.
And don't forget the Michigan game on TV.
I didn't see the Michigan game when I walked into the thing.
I
think they were at the tail end of the Arsenal Fulham match.
I know, yes.
So,
a wild day in the Premier League, which includes a coach's sacking, which we'll tell about on Musing. That,
absolutely.
By the way, this coach didn't last a month.
Yeah, please like and subscribe to the channel and do what you can to do that. And, of course, that way you get notifications on when we post videos and whatnot. Of course, please like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff.
I know, all that jazz.
Reach to us. I'm at Soccer Night Detroit on Twitter, which is at Motor City Mad Cat. You'll see the taglines on the socials there at Soccer.
And I'm still working to get a Blue Sky account for my soccer content. I can't do it with a same address from my main Blue Sky. And, I keep things private.
There you go. So like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Especially, we'd love to see a lot, because we don't just talk about Detroit. We try to say the Detroit City material, obviously for Soccer Night Detroit, but now with the musings, we're talking more like USL stuff,
outside Detroit,
international stuff,
and a lot of goofy stuff,
along the way. Which is, we make it entertaining for the hour that we are on.
I know,
every week, so it's a good entertaining hour.
And we'll do that during the playoffs and after the World Cup, and then I'll probably need a break after.
We'll need a break after that because I think January's coming. I think it's January 4th. They start playing here for the
women's games. Okay,
So,
yes, I will hope to see our mascot of our show, Anna Grum, hopefully playing indoors, maybe.
Absolutely, and a bunch of the other, shall we? How do we say? The other people that are involved, like Kayla Addison everybody that is involved with
and who will
Detroit
play
City.
in goal this year or something like that. Hi, Sam.
So,
Just
so
saying hi,
we are going to
Sam,
get
man.
ready to head into the bar and watch this thing. So
And you have
we
to
will
end the
talk
show.
to you after hours.
Okay.
And until we meet again, folks, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the galaxy.